Joe Biden has dropped out of the 2024 election and he has endorsed Ms. Kamala Harris. And a lot of people are excited, but some people aren't. There was a girl who had some interesting words for Ms. Harris, and I think you guys would like to hear it. Is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's juice.
Come on, Blaze.
It's a beef for me.
Wah, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV, back with a quick little juice or whatever the case may be. And unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Joe Biden has recently dropped out of the race for 2024 and he is endorsing Ms. Kamala Harris. Now, a lot of people are excited for this. The Democrats think this is going to be a great way to garner votes because they know from a symbolism perspective, all they'll have to do is put out a black woman or seemingly black woman, and black women and black people will want to go out and vote in droves. And it kind of makes sense. I mean, it's been no secret that Joe Biden has had a horrible, approval rating for this whole thing. So it made sense to just shelf him and put Kamala Harris in his place because that way she can gain more votes than he would on his own. Okay, so everybody's all up in arms about it. We have a lot of black people going crazy. Some people are excited, some people are afraid, some people are indifferent, some people just don't like her politics, some people do. It's a whole lot of mixed feelings going on, and a lot of people are on the fence. However, there are some people who know exactly what they want to do, how they want to vote, and they're not really feeling this whole thing with Kamala Harris, and I want to touch on some of those things some black people are complaining about because they feel like, not now, you're not going to play the whole game. You're not going to do us like you did Obama. You're going to actually work and you're going to actually earn the vote. Now, before we get into the young lady's commentary, I would like to show you a couple things that Ms. Kamala Harris has said in the past that basically tells us and everybody that we need to know as black Americans that we're not going to get anything out of this. I mean, Ms. Harris has been extremely stern about her position on black Americans in doing things specifically for them. I want to show you a clip of Kamala Harris speaking about her intentions for black Americans right after 2020 when they won the election, her and Joe Biden. And then we'll get into a clip of an old debate that did not make Ms. Harris look the best. Check this out.
We had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the LIFT Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of black families who are in poverty.
So by default, it affects black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit black children, black families, black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because whatever benefits that black family will benefit that community and society as a whole in the country.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris.
Okay, so you guys heard those two clips. Those two clips have surfaced amongst others. And these are two of the things that black people are honing in on because they're like, not too fast. Like, we haven't forgotten what you said. You know what I mean? We haven't forgotten any of those things, and we're not going to fall for the okie doke this time. We're just not going to do it. So a lot of black Americans are very leery about giving Miss Kamala her vote. Not only are they worried about the things she said in the past, now they're talking about how she's blackfishing because she's really not black. She's really an Indian and mixed person and Jamaican and a whole heap of things. Take a look at this clip.
Watch Kamala Harris sworn in as first Indian American senator in 2017.
Yes. Put your left hand on the Bible, raise your right. Do you solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies? Now you got some family out here?
Thank you. Come on, family. I got quite a crew.
Can you see everybody? You can't see the big guy. I'm not doing it.
Oh, look.
All right. Up top.
All right, so you guys saw that. That's one of the things people are just like, nope, we're not doing it. Nope, you're blackfishing. Then you said you won't do anything for the black people. So a lot of people are just not having it, including this young lady. Now, I don't know how I stumbled upon this person on my feed on TikTok, but this young lady was extremely vocal about how she felt about Miss Kamala Harris being the Democratic nominee, and she did not hold back one punch. You guys take a listen at this young lady.
Now, why should you be offended? You would think, oh, well, yeah, we black people, we supposed to support our black folk, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me explain something to you. You should be offended beyond rapport because of the fact that somebody is willing to put someone in a seat for their color, even when they're not qualified to do a favor for you. Let me explain to you how the last 4 years have went. Up 3, coming into this 4. Let me explain something to you. So for the first three years, Kamala has not cared about the black community, okay? Kamala and Biden have been doing everything in their power to support illegal immigrants. They have been coming in this country. They're getting your benefits. They putting their kids, these illegal immigrants are going into your kids' schools. They in the hood. They're taking over. You're no longer relevant. They're taking over, okay? But then on top of that, okay, they're giving them money. They're giving them credit cards. I mean, they're booking them, taking them. You got immigrants coming straight out of Mexico living better than you did, and your ancestors done built this country up. Boom. Let me explain something to you. That's how valuable you are to the Democrat community, okay? But now, boom. Year 4. It's election time. Y'all, we ain't really did nothing for these niggas. I guess we gotta do something. Let's call up Kirk Franklin. And he comes to the White House. Kirk Franklin went on that stage with them tight shorts or tight suit and that extra low button top that he wears on stage. And he danced and he got a check. And that was for you. They paid him to please you. That's how important you are. When Hillary wants to campaign, she don't actually focus on issues in the black community that are needed. She says, oh, I got hot sauce in my bag, boo. Are you pandering to us? Is it working? Oh, y'all forget. Your memory is terrible. Y'all forget. She said, is it working?
No more questions? They said no, she has to go.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce. Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you getting information right now? Now listen, I just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people again.
Okay. Is it working? Is it working? Is it working?
That's how valuable you are as a vote. That she don't even got to invest to get your vote. She don't even have to work and put the agenda in and start to show proof to get your vote, black woman, black man. You so special to be black. You so special to be black that you don't even get no benefits for it. We'll just put Kurt Franklin in and let him dance for the day. That'll do.
All right, y'all heard her, and she ate. She laid it all out so plain and simple how the Democrats continue to play black people and we get nothing for it except fear mongering. And it's just ridiculous. I had to go and fact check the Hillary Clinton piece talking about is it working? And as you guys just saw, she literally was like, okay. When Charlamagne asked, hey, black people are going to think you're pandering, she looked like, okay, is it working? Like, I don't know how more blatant it has to be for some black people to wake up. I get it. Some people just don't like change and maybe they just feel like they're doing the right thing. But I guess the old saying rings true, as it says, it's easier to trick a person than to convince a person they're being tricked. Because even with all the receipts, even with everything, black people will still not only look you in the face and say they'll still vote the same way, they'll condemn you for thinking differently. And it's crazy. It's actually asinine. But these are the facts. Kamala Harris is not a black American woman, even though some black people are windmilling saying that she is, she just isn't, which means she's a foreigner, which means she'll have priority for everybody except you because she's not you. I know that she looks like you. I know that you think she's you. I know that you believe that all skin folk are kinfolk, but the old wives' tale tells you that that's absolutely false. This person will not do anything for you just because of your skin color, because she understands that she and you and I are not the same. Okay. Now I get it. People are going to have their feelings and their beliefs. I hate really even doing the political stuff, but I feel like this is the most blatant time or in our lives or in our lifetimes where they're literally just slapping us in the face with the facts and the truth. And people are still sleepwalking just because of emotionalism, which could be the worst thing that can happen to a person when deciding on who they'll vote for, because you'll always 9 times out of 10 vote against your own best interest. But like I said, the young lady ate. I just wanted to bring that to you guys and tell you to stay vigilant and keep your eyes open, because this thing is going to get crazier and crazier by the day. Do you understand me? So you guys, do me a favor, drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and keep your head on the swivel, because a lot of these folk are going to act like they are you, and it's all just that, an act. So I'll see y'all down in the comments. Please be respectful. Bye.
And as always, Wakanda forever. And as always, Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.